Hi, it's a bright day and I decided to take a walk around where I live. And I said, I want us to talk about something interesting, which is basically today a crisis that is facing the middle, the middle class. And this issue revolves around owning a vehicle. We've taken it to us that today a vehicle is actually mainly for quite a number of people a status of achievement, a status of accomplishment, a status of I have made it or I have achieved. But really, I'll take a look at my personal example. I bought my first car at the age of 22. And there are big lessons that came with owning a vehicle. And that is why I have put this conversation together for us to say, is owning a vehicle as important as we have made it seem? Is owning a vehicle as important as we've put a lot of emphasis on it and really making it look like a status symbol? And the first question to ask is, number one, can you afford to buy a car? Can you afford? Affording meaning, do you have the resources to purchase a vehicle? The resources in this term meaning the initial purchase of a vehicle. Now, you can raise funds to purchase a vehicle through savings or by taking up a loan. But subsequently, you need to have the ability to, if you have not raised this money through savings, you need to have the ability to continue paying up for this loan. So do you have that muscle? Do you have that financial muscle? Can your income accommodate what you'll be actually taking aside into actually financing or repaying the loan for that vehicle? So that's the first important thing. Can you afford a vehicle? The next thing, if you choose to go the credit way, is the credit avenue that you use affordable? Is it effective? Is it going to give you is the interest rate you are paying tenable? Will you be able to actually finance that loan based on the cost of that loan? Many people have gotten sunk into thinking that owning a vehicle is just getting a loan from any lender. And we have seen, and a good example is Kiambu Road today, where I like to say there's a big contrast because the first lane is a showroom, is a motor vehicle showroom, sales and showroom, and immediately behind that showroom is an auction yard. Why? Because people took up a loan and were not able to finance or sustain that loan. Subsequently, then meaning that they lose that vehicle. So you don't want your vehicle ending up in those yards because, of course, that credit that you took up is too expensive for you to actually manage to pay up that loan. The other thing that you need to question is can you actually afford to maintain that car? Because a vehicle is expensive to maintain. You need to be able to run a vehicle through and through. I like saying in the field that I have operated in, mainly in sales, I've seen sales people being told, purchase a vehicle for your image, purchase a vehicle as an asset for your business. And that is not the truth. The truth is people give you business based on the value that you give them. Purchase a vehicle that you will comfortably manage to run throughout the month and basically be able to give you the value that that you purchase that vehicle for. The fourth thing that we need to ask ourselves is, even in the first place, do I need a vehicle? I see some people where you are working and probably you are working 8 to 5 in a job and it's purely office based, and you basically are using this vehicle to leave your house, go to work, and come back in the evening. Why do you want to spend a lot of fuel? Say probably you live somewhere on Thika Road. Why do you want to spend 1,000 shillings on fuel and then again spend another 200, 300 shillings on parking? And you could probably just have used the convenience of public means to get you to work. It does not harm. It is not, you are not trying to prove to anybody that you can afford to drive so that you then purchase a vehicle. Comfortably leave your car at home, grab a matatu, grab a public means of transport, and get yourself to work. Or even in some cases, you are living in an estate where you can actually carpool. This is something that is becoming common, that you can carpool with a neighbor or with a friend and basically minimize on that cost, and which that basically tells you that you do not necessarily need to actually drive to work. You can actually carpool or use other means of getting to work that are cheaper, and you will spend around 10 or 20% of that money. So again, even by the time as we ask our question number 4, whether you really need this car, again, is will this car be an asset to you? Many of us buy vehicles that are liabilities, vehicles that are very high engine capacity, and believe you me, I have made those mistakes. I have made a mistake. Okay, it was an experience, but of course it was costly. At 25, I was driving around my very good a Toyota Crown. Felt very good. Big machine, 6-speed Tiptronic, very proper sound, and it felt very good. But that was the amount of money that I used to spend on that car was averagely 30,000 shillings on fuel. And this is back, say, the year 2013. Was it a worthwhile investment at that point in time? It was not. So I would challenge you, purchase a vehicle, 1000cc, 1300cc, a vehicle that gets you from point A to B. Then, if you are actually a salesperson, be so excellent in what you do, and that will become the image that will cut more deals for your business, other than investing a lot of money in a vehicle. So I hope this helps you think through the space around owning a vehicle, and just to tell you that it is not a status symbol. You must not own a vehicle to feel important. It is okay. It's an okay asset to have. It's an okay. I don't want to call it specifically an asset. Let's say an equipment to have, or a facilitator to have. But think before you actually put your money in a vehicle. Is this the best use of that 500,000, of that 1 million, of that 2 million that you have? And is there any other place that I can put this money that can give me more value? I hope this helps you make a better decision around purchasing your next or your first car. Thank you very much.